Alhamdulillah, tonight we have two of them from Malaysia. Of course, we have Irma Hasmie from Singapore, we have Elfaeza and also we are so lucky because we have our special guest from Spain, Brother Ibrahim Hernandez. Assalamualaikum, and thank you for coming here. And inshallah, actually we are very excited to hear more about this campaign, Tile for Seville. And actually, we also have Faizal Ibrahim, Sofia Amri, Farashiki from Malaysia, Indonesia, David Sandra, and Oki Satina Kewi, and of course Singapore, the one and only Elfaeza. Alhamdulillah. And we only have around 1 hour for this sharing session. And for the first round, I would like to ask our special guest, Brother Ibrahim, maybe for the first time for Kadima, you can share with us about the community, Muslim community in Seville, and at the same time, of course, all of us here want to know more about the campaign, why the Muslims in Seville really need the mosque, and maybe inshallah from this campaign we can build the first mosque in Spain, in Seville, inshallah.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, thank you for having us here. Alhamdulillah, this is not the first time that we're here, and I think I really feel at home because I look at your faces and I recognize most of the people. So, Alhamdulillah, thank you very much for having us here. I think you know a lot of the history about us and who we are and what we are doing. So I will speak a little bit about the campaign to start with. The campaign of the Tile for Seville is an initiative by an NGO called Irma, who is actually the second campaign that we do. And it's a campaign, basically, in this instance, we got 7 artists from 3 different countries with the mission of establishing the first mosque in the city of Seville in Spain. We have to realize, the thing that impresses me the most, and what we have to realize and appreciate is the fact that it's Muslims from Malaysia, Indonesia, Singapore, and Spain getting together with no other end, no other link between us other than love of Allah and wanting to set up a house of Allah, which I think that itself is tremendously extraordinary and hopefully encouraging for Muslims. For me, it certainly was very inspiring to have these amazing, incredible people having come to Spain to help us out. We spent a week with them, and it was really tremendous for us and for the whole community in Spain to see people, Malaysians, Indonesians, Singaporeans, to get out of their way to come and help us in Spain for this project. As you know, in Spain, there's about 25,000 Muslims, and there is no mosque. We have a lot of schools and musallas all around the city, but we don't have any mosque. So why this came along? I feel I'm being a bit repetitive because I know a lot of you already know the story, but out of courtesy for those that don't have it, I will have to say the same story again. We are second generation Spanish Muslims. We were born Muslim like all of you. Our parents are muallafs, they're the ones that converted into Islam, and they converted into Islam in a very peculiar way because there was no Islam whatsoever in Spain at the time. So these are people that devoted their lives to learning the deen, to studying the deen, to teaching the deen to us, to basically to establish the deen, Islam in themselves, in their communities, in their families. And so our parents established the first mosque in Granada. Back in, they started working in the 80s, late 1980s, and only finished in 2003. So it took them 23 years to build this mosque. This is the first mosque built in Granada after 500 years. And we, as a second generation, are trying to follow the footsteps and set up the mosque in Seville. For us, it's not just a mosque. Here in Malaysia, we are extremely lucky to have mosques everywhere. We hear them from many, many different places. For us, being the first mosque is so important because it's a place that has many meanings. One of the main ones is the unity of the Muslims, to gather the Muslims around one place, to have a place that represents us towards the city and the authorities of the city. It's a Juma mosque, and also it's not just a mosque, but an Islamic cultural center, where we want to have all sorts of activities for the kids, for education, activities for dawah, activities where we can have workshops, where we can have art exhibitions, where we can basically it's a place you have to realize it's in the heart of dunya, in the heart of a place that is not a Muslim country. So we have to have make a lot of effort to portray the deen to the people, to show the people what Islam truly is. And I believe that the best way of doing that is by action, by service, by showing people what Islam truly is. The third element of the project that we're working on is the Wakaf, which is, as you know, Spain is not a Muslim country, so we don't have the support from the government. The community there is not so big, and it's certainly not so wealthy. So we need a place that is self-sufficient, so that for our generation, generations to come, the place will be self-sufficient and not relying on the third party to constantly having to help them, inshallah. And that is in very, very, very short the reason why we're here. Like I said, I think most of you already know us. Alhamdulillah, this is not the first time that we're in Malaysia. I think this is actually the fifth in the last 2.5 years. And Malaysia, I mean, we always feel at home because it's, like Muhsin always says, it's almost like our second home now. We always feel very, very welcome here. When we first came to Malaysia, we had absolutely nothing. All we had was the niyat, the himma to start this project, and it's quite a relatively large project. And at the beginning it was really, really hard, but I have to say that you, Malaysia, this country, is the first ones that gave us the impulse to carry on. It was the government of Malaysia who helped us back in Ramadan 2015. And with that, it was not only the economic contribution from the government, but the endorsement of the government, the fact that they helped us, that they support us, that's allowed for many, many people afterwards to contribute to this cause and to help us. At the same time, this is a huge responsibility for us. This Ata'al for Seville campaign is actually the second campaign we do. In the first one, we had Farah Fausana, Fin Jamal, Elisa Hasmie, and Diana Amir, who are extraordinary women who the same way came to Spain, helped us out, and helped to spread the news, to let people know that there are Muslims in Spain, that we have the Himra and the Nisa, to have a dignified place to worship. And in that instance, there was the campaign was asking people for 10 ringgits from contribution. And I stand to be corrected, Shafiddin is here, but I believe more than 40,000 people contributed. So what we are speaking of is not something new for Malaysia. Malaysians know what we are doing. They are constantly supportive of our project, and it's something that we'll be extremely grateful. Another thing that we have to realize when we speak of a mosque, I'm standing here, but I could be standing right there. And many of you that know the story, like I do, Rahman here, many of you that know us, Sid Muhammad Siddiq, my friend Pepe from Spain. All these people would be able to tell you the story, which shows you it's not a Spanish mosque, it's not our mosque, it's a house of Allah we're building. And this is what really is extraordinary. It doesn't matter if we are Malaysians, Indonesians, from Emirates, from Spain. We are, at the end of the day, we are Muslims gathering together for the whole sake of setting up a house of Allah, which I think will have a tremendous impact. It's not just another mosque. It's the first mosque built in Seville after 700 years, and inshallah I think it will contribute towards changing the perception that many people have of Islam in a positive way. Anyway, I want to thank you again for having us here again, and I will pass on the mic to the ladies. So I just want to say thank you very much, and salam alaikum.
We know that our brother and sister Muslim in Seville really need first mosque. Kalau initially we are so lucky we have many mosques, lots of mosques surau, tapi tak ada orang mahasabah, insyaAllah. Hadirin Muslimin ikhwan wa akhwat al-hibbah. I want to ask our second panelist, our icon actually, the one and only from Singapore. First of all, congratulations actually.
Wakil tunggal.
Yeah, Wakil Tunggal, the one and only from Singapore. And actually, of course, Elfa. Of course, you have your own experience when you visiting Spain. When you learning nangis lagi. Maybe we need the experience, and maybe we can learn something from you when you join this campaign. And maybe you have something to share with us.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you first and foremost. Thank you very much for having us here today. Although the crowd is not, it's a nice, comfortable crowd. Yes, I'm the one and only representative from Singapore, but not because there isn't anyone else, but I guess within the short period of time, they were able to only get me. So inshallah, I hope that in the years to come, if the campaign is still ongoing, we'll have more Singaporeans representing Singapore and then, coming close together with the Malaysians and Indonesians and people all over the world, inshallah. Yes, okay, first and foremost, I'm a very sensitive person. I cry at almost everything, but thinking of something, I will cry as well. So, I've been very blessed, I feel, to be able to be given this opportunity to join Ibrahim and friends in Spain and Irma and others from Malaysia, and also to go to Indonesia with Oki and Sandra. I think I feel that this is more of a gift from Allah to me rather than me doing any service to Him, because the experience has been, mashallah, it's been amazing. I didn't know what to expect when I accepted this. It's just like, I just want to do this lillahi ta'ala, and I really don't know what to expect, what to do, what to see, because I've never been to Spain before. I'm not a person who's well traveled. I've only been to certain places in this earth, and sometimes because of work. So, yeah. When the first thing I felt when I met them was pure love, sincerity, and kindness that sadly I've not felt a lot of where we are from, where I'm from Singapore, from Malaysia. Not that there isn't any, but it's just not that much, But when I met them, it was mashallah. The people in Spain, people of different races or different languages, different cultures, they come together among us to find an identity for themselves. And all of them are so loving to one another. They're not family, but yet they are better than family. We always believe that families are, blood, but no, they're not people of the same blood, but they sort of are, because we all come from Adam and Eve, and so I feel so lucky. And secondly, Spain is mashallah. It's just totally out of this world for me. I've been to Makkah, alhamdulillah, I've been to Medina, I've been to India, I've been to Perth, and all for work. And I'm easily impressed by the creation of Allah, this earth that He has created for us. I'm easily impressed. But when I was in Spain, it was something entirely out of this world for me. At every single stop I make, I felt like I'm in a set, in a movie set that humans create, or it's a photograph or a painting. And I can't believe that those places, as perfect as it was, actually exist, and I was there. So when people ask me what impact Andalusia has for me, that is one of it. I feel next to Mecca and next to Medina, to me, the least traveled person. Spain, Andalusia is mashallah one of the most beautiful places on earth, which my heart really fell in love with, and I think a part of it stayed there. So yes, that's one of the gifts that I bought from this travel. Here, hold on, let me find my notes. Okay, from the history that I learned of the Muslims in Andalusia and how it felt, how we felt, was because the Muslims themselves were under turmoil from within. So people, when we go to the Mosque of Cordoba and we went to most of the other Islamic buildings, and what's left of it, which are now churches or something else, museums or whatever, I didn't feel angry, or I didn't feel like I need to get it back, because what's past is past, and it's what Allah wanted anyway. But what I brought back from it was lessons to not repeat what they did, to not be separated from within, to not fight amongst each other, because that's how they lost. To divide and conquer, that's what our enemies did. They know that if we are together, we are one, we believe in one another, we are extremely strong. But once we are divided by greed, by status, by power, that's where they'll get the chance to creep in, and then we fall. So that's one thing that I learned. And secondly, Islam is a universal religion. I feel that a lot of us forget. Okay, I should stop for a while because it's Azan.
Accident outside there.
I said, so Islam is a universal religion, and most of the time we forget that a lot of us sort of claim that Islam is the religion of the Malays, Islam is the religion of the Arabs, Islam is the religion of whoever, whatever. But we forget it's actually Islam is for everyone. From the time of Adam till now, it's not just for us. It doesn't belong to anybody. It belongs to all of us. And if we remember that, then we will remember to help our brothers and sisters no matter where they are, no matter what country they are from. So I quote from the last sermon of our beloved Prophet ﷺ. An Arab has no superiority over a non-Arab, nor a non-Arab has any superiority over an Arab. Also, white has no superiority over black, nor black has any superiority over the white except by piety, taqwa, and good actions. Learn that every Muslim is a brother to every Muslim, and that the Muslim constitute one brotherhood. So when I was when we were in Toledo, my most favorite place. That's where I started crying. I think everywhere else I didn't really cry that much. Over there, it was a magnificent sight, and I was told that once in Toledo, all three religions, the Jews, Christians, and Islam, we were all living together in harmony. And I guess this was what our beloved Prophet Muhammad ﷺ wanted, and for at one time when our Prophet moved to Medina with the community of Yashrib, that's what happened. He was a leader, he was elected leader, and everyone was happy, everyone was living in harmony. So right now, we are so busy finding faults in and amongst ourselves over petty things, over which mazhab is right or wrong, that we forget that we all want the same thing, Allah's love. So be kind when advising, and don't be calculative when wanting to give in charity. Because when I was in Indonesia, Alhamdulillah, I was blessed to be able to be in the presence of the newly elected leader, Mr. Anies Baswedan. I think he's a very good man, very smart, intellectual man. And he said this during an event in Istiqlal Mosque. He said, sometimes you know something, but then when it's said, it's good, it's placed in words and then said by someone so important, an important man, it sounds better and it just sits in you. So he said, time, whether or not we utilize it in the name of Allah, it will still pass. So why not we utilize it in the name of Allah? Wealth, whether or not we spend it in the name of Allah, will still be bleed. So why not we spend it in the name of Allah? Our lives, it will end, whether or not we spend it in the name of Allah. So why not we spend it in the name of Allah? So don't be calculative when you want to use your time, or when you want to spend your wealth in giving charity, when you can just at the blink of an eye spend thousands of dollars for things that you don't really need. Because this life is temporary. The thing that we should focus on is Akhirah, because that's eternal, and a lot of us forget. So if any of our friends or family members ask why should we help them in Spain, tell them it doesn't matter who you spend it for, because we are all brothers in Islam, and we shouldn't take more than twice before we give out our hands in charity. Over here in Malaysia and Singapore, like they said, we have so many mosques, so many surahs and musallas, but we take it for granted. I don't know if you guys know about the recent incident, not that recent, as a month ago, where it was raining heavily. I don't know which mosque it was, but this lady and her parents came in to seek shelter from the heavy rain, and she wasn't wearing a hijab. And she was shooed away by one of the people in the mosque. At first, the person warned her to put on the hijab, if not, she's not able to stay there. And then she said, I'm just going to be here for a while. We're just trying to seek shelter from the rain. And my parents, they want to eat because they bought like nasi lemak, So after that person went away. Then after a few minutes, the person came again and shoot her away again because she's not wearing a hijab. And this time he was harsher. And then the third time he did that again, and it was in an even rude manner. And this are our people. We are so kind to others. I'm not saying you. We are like extra loving to foreigners, but we forget to love the people that we have right here. So, in our purest and sincerest intention to give sadaqah and help our friends in neighboring countries, I hope that you guys don't forget to love the people who are next to you, the people who are here in your country, to take care of the mosques and the musallas that are here in Malaysia, in Singapore, because most of the prayer places of prayers that we have, most of them are left unkept, and we're taking it for granted. So remember to love one another here first. Love your brothers and sisters and neighbors here first. Be kind and loving to them. We are supposed to make Islam something that's easy. Do not make it hard. So for me, that person, if he really wanted that lady to put on hijab, why didn't he just come? Say the nicest manner, Assalamu alaikum. You can seek shelter here, but you have to wear the tudung. So here's the telephone, put it on. You want to eat? Come over here. Have some food, and inshallah, when the rain stops, why not you come and pray with us as well? Wouldn't that be better? But we forget to love. We treat our people and our own people badly, but we treat others well. There's nothing wrong with treating others well, but I'm just reminding to treat our people and ourselves better. I feel like I'm lecturing and you guys are getting tired. I'm sorry. Lastly, as we give our hearts with sincerest and purest of niyat during these trying times full of fitnah, Ya Allah, protect us from being led astray. Keep us in the straight path, Ya Allah. Keep our iman strong and steadfast. Keep our qulub firm on your deen, Ya Allah. Those who are sick among us, may Allah provide you with cure, inshallah. Those whose lives are overwhelmed by sorrow and difficulties, may Allah lift them and replace it with joy and ease. May Allah grant us constant guidance, tawfiq, hidayah, barakah and rahmah, and the same to our loved ones. May He bring back the hearts that have been torn away, light to the hearts that have been in darkness, soften the hearts that has long been hardened, for it's not the eyes that are blind, it is the heart that is blind. In these coming months, where Ramadan is coming and then all our du'as and ibadahs will be multiplied by hundreds, may we be amongst the lucky ones to be mentioned by the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to Jibril alayhi salam as one of Allah's beloved, and in turn be loved by all the malaikas and then be loved by all and everything on earth, inshallah. May Allah accept our ibadah and sadaqah. May this Ramadan be better for us than the ones before, and may He grant the opportunity to us to see the next, inshallah. So that's all from me. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you for a beautiful amazing experience and sharing, and hopefully we can pass up ourselves as how concerned we are to our Muslim, to our brother and sister, not only in Spain, actually around the world, inshallah. This is beauty of Islam, beauty of Ukhuwah, beauty of Aqidah Islamiyah, inshallah. Okay, we will pass to our last guest or our icon from Malaysia, Irma Hasmie. Irma Hasmie alhamdulillah pun sampai ke Spain selama melihat sendiri situasi di sana, dan mungkin malam ini kita beri peluang juga lah kepada Puan Irma kita berkongsi sedikit cerita pengalaman bertemu dengan wanita-wanita tabah di sana, berhadapan dengan berbagai cabaran, mihna, tribulasi yang mungkin kalau kita berada di sana kita pun tak tahu adakah kita sekuat mereka. Mungkin Puan Irma silakan.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh kepada semua yang hadir pada malam ini. Alhamdulillah, syukur sangat kita dapat berkumpul bersama-sama, dan terima kasih kerana beri peluang kepada kami, dan saya rasa saya sangat kerja sangat berada kat sini sebab selalu saya datang kita tengok ulama-ulama je duduk kat depan ni kan, subhanallah. Mudah-mudahan apa yang kami kongsikan malam ni dapat memberi manfaat kepada anda. InsyaAllah kami kongsikan adalah pengalaman kami sendiri, dan saya tak lupa juga saya nak address Cik Din daripada Ukhuwah Umar, baju putih, kopiah putih, insyaAllah boleh jumpa dia kalau apa-apa nak tanya, nak join NGO boleh insyaAllah. Dan Ibrahim sendiri daripada Foundation Meskita di Seville, merupakan naib presiden organisasi dekat sana. Dan pastinya suami saya pun terus ada pada hari ini. Terima kasih sebab support saya. Happy sangat dia ada, tapi nervous pun juga. Okey, insyaAllah hari ini kita adalah orang yang terpilih, insyaAllah. Sebab apa? Allah nak beri peluang dan ruang kepada kita. Berbanding orang yang ada kat luar sana, mereka tidak akan tahu cerita yang kami kongsikan dengan anda semua. Dan mungkin mereka tak dapat nak menyumbang bersama untuk hari ini, malam ini. Tapi insyaAllah dengan adanya anda hari ini, anda akan bantulah untuk spread the word, insyaAllah. Okey, saya pada hari ini bersama dengan Elfa, Ibrahim dan wakil moderator kita pada ini menemani kami, insyaAllah. Kami mewakili ikon-ikon Natal for Seville daripada tahun lepas dan juga tahun ini. Tahun lepas adalah tahun pertama kami jalankan kempen ini. Ada 4 ikon semuanya. Para Fauzana, Assalamualaikum, Fafau. Dia ada juga atas ni. Kalau ada masa kita tak ada share ya. Sakit tegak tadi tak ada. Okey. Kemudian Fi Jamal, Diana Ami dan juga Khadizah Nami. Dan tahun ini kita besarkan lagi ruang tu. Kita expand lagi bersama dengan kolaborasi dengan negara Indonesia dan juga Singapura. Indonesia kita ada Oki Setana Dewi dan juga Dewi Sandra. Daripada Malaysia sendiri, saya Farah Ashikin, Sufian daripada Ikim FM, DJ Ikim, Fazal Tahir, Ustaz Iqbal Zin. Masya Allah. Okey, so kami 7 orang semua ikon untuk tahun ini. Memang insyaAllah kami nak up macam mana Farah Fazana dan juga rakan-rakan lain tahun lepas. Dana yang diperlukan adalah 16 juta euro. Banyak kan? Tapi itu saja bukan nak buat masjid je tau. Mereka akan buat masjid dan juga pusat komuniti. Bagaimana kat situ mereka akan menjana ekonomi, mereka akan adakan gerai-gerai, mereka akan ada apartment, mereka akan adakan parking. So sebab itu memerlukan dana yang terlalu tinggi, dan mereka juga kena beli tanah sendiri. Sebabnya kerajaan tak support. Jadi untuk tanah sahaja 9 million, subhanallah. Banyak tu. Jadi tanah lebih mahal daripada kos pembinaan. Okey, tahun lepas Fafo and the gang berjaya petik 1.2 juta euro. Jadi kita tak nak lah kalau kita dengar Masjid Granada tu mengambil masa 20 tahun. Jadi kita nak kutip 16 juta ni, tahun lepas 1.2, takkan nak tunggu 16 tahun kan? Kalau boleh, Alhamdulillah tak nak kita nak percepatkan lagi. Kita doakan sama-sama insyaAllah. Okey, dan suka juga saya nak kabarkan, kami semua ikon-ikon daripada tahun lepas dan juga ikon-ikon tahun ini, kami jalankan kerja ini secara sukarela. Kami tak dibayar, walaupun kami lihat kami begitu semangat. Itu semua kerana Allah Ta'ala. InsyaAllah doakan supaya kami kuat dan istiqomah dalam usaha ini, insyaAllah. Okey, dan soalan popular yang selalu saya terima kan, orang akan tanya saya, kenapa sibuk-sibuk nak tolong negara luar sedangkan negara kita di Malaysia pun ramai yang memerlukan. Soalan itu saya jawabkan dengan yang begitu ringkas saja sebenarnya. Sebab apa? Yang di Malaysia itu kita tahu ramai yang memerlukan, kita derma juga. Teruskan, jangan hentikan. Tapi bila kita tahu orang di negara luar pun susah, dan kita nak buat tak tahu, betul tak? Ini adalah masa kita bantu mereka. Kita tak tahu masa akan datang. Bila Islam tak berkembang di Spain, kita pula yang akan ke sana minta bantuan, kita tak tahu, betul tak? Maknanya ini adalah tambahan untuk kita tambahkan kepada kita. Tolong kedua negara, dalam dan juga luar negara, insyaAllah. Okey, kalau kita tak mampu sumbangkan dari segi wang, kita boleh sumbang dari segi apa agak? Bagi emas, bagi cincin, boleh juga, insyaAllah. Itu berlaku dekat Jakarta. Kami pergi tahun minggu lepas ada press launching kat sana, dan diorang juga ada selling session, dan L sendiri menyaksikan mereka tak ada ruang saja. Mungkin mereka tak mampu kot, mungkin hati mereka ada adalah rantai emas dan cincin emas, itu yang mereka berikan. Subhanallah, waktu iman dia, saya pun tak sampai lagi dari itu sebenarnya. Dan baru-baru ni, Bapak Ibu itu kita pergi surau Al-Abra di Denai Alam pun ada satu cincin belah rotan emas. Dalam banyak-banyak duit itu ada satu cincin belah rotan. Hebat betul insan. Kita doakan semoga keberkatan dan juga jasa mendapat rahmat daripada Allah insan-insan yang mudah dan murah hati itu, insyaAllah. Okey, maksud saya tadi kalau kita tak mampu menerima dari segi harta dan wang ringgit, sebenarnya kita boleh berkongsi dan juga sebarkan maklumat ni. Pasti dekat luar sana kita berkongsi pahala kita lah, insyaAllah kan. Pastinya semua orang ada media sosial masing-masing. Ada Facebook, ada Twitter, ada Instagram, ada blog, mungkin ada website sendiri. Jadi sama-sama usaha kita kongsi-kongsikan. Boleh repost, boleh ambil, kalau kata nak bersama-sama dengan buat rumah pun boleh datang ke pejabat mereka, boleh ambil saja maklumat untuk sama-sama. Mungkin ada idea-idea terbaru saya daripada kami buat forum, sharing session. Mungkin ada usaha-usaha lain lagi yang boleh dijalankan untuk mengutip dana ini supaya berjaya mengikuti masjid di Seville. Okey, saya nak kongsikan sedikit keadaan masjid sekarang di sana. Yang Ibrahim berceritakan itu, masjid di Seville sekarang hanyalah rumah kedai di tingkat atas. So kalau nak bandingkan masjid mereka sekarang yang sementara tu dibandingkan dengan surau-surau kita yang ada di Malaysia, jauh lebih selesa lagi surau-surau kita. Saya tak kata tempat dia buruk, tak, tempat dia kemas, bersih. Cumanya keadaan tu jadi tak selesa sebab mana mungkin masjid di atas rumah kedai itu boleh menampung 25,000 umat Islam yang ada di Seville sekarang. Dan terhad, bayangkan mereka nak jalankan solat Jumaat, ni Ramadan nak hadirkan, macam mana mereka nak jalankan solat tarawih beramai-ramai. Jadi terbatas, aktiviti mereka terbantu. Sayang kan, sedangkan mereka berkobar-kobar nak menalami Islam, terutamanya anak-anak kecil nak baca Al-Quran kan, nak datang setiap minggu. Jadi nak jemput ulama-ulama luar datang. So itu jadi satu perkara yang mereka inginkan lebih. Disebab tu antara usaha kita di Seville nak wujudkan masjid jadi pusat komuniti. Jadi macam tadi pengalaman bersama wanita-wanita kat sana, saya boleh kongsikan remaja-remaja kat sana, ibu bapa mereka terpaksa gadai harta wang ringgit simpanan untuk hantar anak mereka belajar ke luar negara, nak cari agama. Dan kadang-kadang mereka terpaksa berjauh daripada keluarga 3 ke 6 bulan macam tu. Dan ada seorang ibu saya jumpa, mereka ni orang kulit putih kan, nampak smart, sebenarnya nampak macam orang kaya, macam orang ada-ada gitu kan. Tapi sebenarnya tidak. Mereka semua orang-orang yang sederhana, dan ada yang orang yang miskin. Mereka duduk di kampung-kampung, duduk di rumah-rumah ladang, mereka merupakan peternak, mereka berkebun macam tu. So hidup mereka sebenarnya sempit. Tapi mereka tak kisah, mereka keluarkan semua orang yang mereka ada supaya mereka berjaya bina masjid itu. Kata mereka tak nak anak dan keturunan mereka hilang daripada agama. So sedikit sumbangan mereka tu, mereka harap dapat memberi keberkatan supaya pusat komuniti Islam yang mereka ingin di Seville tu benar-benar akan wujud. InsyaAllah kita doakan. Dan itu hasrat seorang ibu yang saya jumpa dekat sana. So itu antara perkara yang saya sangat tersentuh dan sedih lah dengan apa. Dia sangat berumur, dia tahu dia dah tak lama gitu kan. So tapi harapan dia begitu tinggi. Jadi insyaAllah lah dengan usaha kita bekerjasama banyak negara, saya kira 4 negara lah kiranya kan, Spain, Malaysia, Singapura dan Indonesia. Kita doakan semoga negara-negara lain, negara luar sana pun lebih ramai lagi akan terus serta dengan kempen ni, insyaAllah. Okey, seterusnya ada juga masjid kat sana sebenarnya. Dia orang tanya kan, takkan tak ada masjid langsung yang tercantik? Ada. Satu, masjid-masjid lama yang disebut beratus tahun dulu, 800 tahun dulu. Masjid tu memang sangat gagah. Yang nampak dalam video tadi yang kami lawat semua tu semua daripada inspirasi masjid Madinah, Mekah. Memang masuk sana boleh terasa arkitektur dia, kesenian, ukiran ni semua terasa macam kita berada kat sana. Tapi masjid-masjid itu semua dah bertukar menjadi muzium dan juga gereja. Dan umat Islam yang datang melawat ke sana tak dibenarkan solat walaupun satu rakaat. Kita masuk ke sana, kita nampak mimbar masih elok terletak dekat situ. Tapi masjid itu telah ditambahkan pembinaan-pembinaan gambar-gambar Kristian, gambar salib, gambar Maryam dengan patung bayi dia tu. So itulah masjid, tapi ada benda-benda yang bukan agama kita. Itu antara benda yang mereka sayu, kami sayu, hati tersentuh. Dia tahu kita masuk masjid terpaksa pakai kasut kat tu. Kan, itu tempat solat kita. Pernah beribu-ribu umat Islam pernah sujud dekat dalam tu. Tapi dah dijadikan muzium dan juga gereja. Okey, kedua, masjid-masjid yang diberi oleh Arab Saudi. Ada juga. Okey, tapi masjid-masjid tu pula diletakkan syarat oleh kerajaan mereka tak boleh buat aktiviti lain selain daripada solat fardu sahaja. Masuk sana solat fardu dan silakan keluar. Tak boleh baca Quran, tak boleh buat tazkirah, tak boleh belajar atau apa saja aktiviti lain selain daripada solat fardu sahaja. Jadi terbatas. Itulah keadaan mereka di sana. Jadi bila mereka nak buat masjid sendiri yang dengan kebiasaan mereka, sebab tu kerajaan tak support mereka dan mereka cari dana sendiri. Itulah keadaan mereka di sana sekarang. Okey, insyaAllah itu saja yang saya kongsikan. Cuma ni kalau nak tahu maklumat yang lebih lanjut, boleh tengok kat website kami sendiri atau seville.com ataupun website di Spain sendiri Meskita di sevilla.com. Instagram Atal Seville pun ada, Facebook Atal Seville pun ada. Maklumat tu mudah untuk diberi, insyaAllah. Nak dapatkan video-video kami sepanjang kami berada di sana. Kita akan tayangkan dari minggu ke minggu. Nama YouTube dia apa nanti? Episod nanti Atal Seville juga. So nanti boleh lihat daripada minggu ke minggu apa yang kami akan kongsikan perjalanan kami di sana. Kalau rasa-rasa nak pergi kat sana pun memang saya ala-alukan. Silakan. Dan mereka sendiri pun ada travel agent yang diberi nama Omeya Tours, di mana travel agent itu sendiri pun akan bawa Muslim untuk travel di Spain, di mana mereka itu sendiri pun akan masuk ke tabung Meskita tu juga. Mereka usaha macam-macam usaha. So mana tahu kan ada dekat dalamnya nanti kita nak pergi ramai-ramai ke Spain, insyaAllah boleh. Kalau nak bantu saya tak? Ibrahim juga nak buat dokumentari. InsyaAllah boleh kan? Okey, itu saja. Terima kasih daripada saya. InsyaAllah nanti dalam website tu juga akan dijualkan merchandise. So orang kata sambil menderma dapat membeli benda-benda yang kata jadikan cenderung hati, ingatan untuk kita. Dan satu bedanya usaha saya bersama dengan satu company namanya Anaki. Saya letak nama saya iaitu Hasmie. So Anaki Ibu Hasmie, saya usahakan buat tudung. So tudung yang saya pakai hari ni, nampak tak corak dia inspired daripada Spain sendiri. Dan ada orange tree dekat sini. Dan kita akan tuliskan print dekat tepi ni Atal Seville. So setiap kali orang pakai, harapan saya adalah orang lihat Atal Seville, orang akan doa. Mudah-mudahan orang akan bantu dan mudah-mudahan cepatlah pembinaan masjid itu dijayakan, insyaAllah. Jadi terima kasih banyak. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Macam-macam usaha kita boleh buat dan tak nak sebenarnya. Tanya jadi masing-masing muhasabah, semoga apa yang kita bagi itu menjadi sebahagian daripada usaha kita untuk bantu sahabat-sahabat kita di Spain khususnya, insyaAllah. Hadirin hadirat muslimin muslimat ikhwani wa akhwat dan ahibah, insyaAllah kita sudah pun hampir 1 jam sebenarnya. But in the same time, insyaAllah I would like to give a chance to our brother Ibrahim to give maybe a last word, your hope from Spain to Malaysia, your hope for this campaign to make sure that one day we will see the first mosque in Seville, inshallah. Allah.
With that is the hope, inshallah, to have a mosque in Seville. And the second hope will be to have a mosque where we can receive you all, inshallah. But I want to say something else. there was a moment when we were traveling with the groups where we visited the mosque in Madrid. This is a already built mosque. It's a Saudi built mosque and it's run by them. And they have a very beautiful set of pictures in the entrance of the building site. So, like when they're doing the excavations, when they started building until the completion of the mosque. So, our brother Jalil was, I don't think he's here tonight. He said, once we open the mosque in Seville, we have to have a set of pictures like this. And I told him, yes, we will, but the pictures of today, of what we are doing now, will also be in the walls. Because a mosque is not just bricks. And that's when I realized, when I saw these amazing ladies walking in the mosque in Cordoba, the old mosque in Cordoba, which is actually a cathedral now. When I saw them walking there and I saw groups of hundreds of kids, literally hundreds of kids, they were amazed. They were looking at them, amazed at the beauty and the smiles. Now, what you have to realize, what I saw in that instance, is that what these ladies are doing, what these ladies and these men are doing, is extraordinary, because they are ambassadors of Allah. They are people that are changing the perception that people have of Islam. Because if we all think of Islam now, we are Muslims. If people outside think of Islam, what do they think of? They think of poverty, they think of war, they think of terror, they think of oppression of women. This is what people have of Islam. So what I realized then is that this is not just about building a mosque, which it is at the end what we want. But what the process, the journey, what's happening now is extraordinary. I mean, you have to realize, when we were walking with Ustaz, he was working the kurta and topi in the middle of Seville. It's a Catholic, still a majorly Catholic country. And people obviously look at him, and they look at the ladies wearing the hijabs. But the way they answered with beautiful smiles, and the Ustaz used to go around and say, hola, hola, hola to everyone. It was beautiful. It was really transforming for people, and I think that itself is one of the huge things that we are doing with this. It's about changing the perception that people have of Islam, about the positiveness of Islam, about the beauty of Islam. Like Brother Faisal Tahir, who's not able to be here, but my man here, Karim, is here. I hope he can say a few words afterwards because he also joined us. It's, first of all, we are humans. We are creatures of Allah. And we have to be, as Muslims, realize that Allah has placed us as Khalifas in this world. And each one of us are a representative of Allah. And we have to represent Him in the best way. And that is, like I said the previous time when I was here, by being the best of whatever you are. Whether you're a singer, or a TV host, or a radio presenter, which you have the best in Malaysia here, and probably in the world, Farah Fauzana, Sijit Magbe. It's about being the best and realizing that what you are embodying by being a Muslim, being the best and showing your smiles and the beauty of Islam, it's transforming to the world. So for me, this was tremendous to realize and to take advantage of this and to enjoy the trip. And you know what? People ask me, so when is the mosque going to be finished? I don't know. It's not in my hands to finish it. If it was in my hands, we'd do it tomorrow. We'd finish tomorrow. But I realized then, and I'm the first one, because the people there, we're traveling all around the world, it's not easy for us as well, for our families, but we have to also enjoy this. I have to enjoy this. I have to realize that this is beautiful, it's amazing, and it's transforming, and it's very rewarding, and I hope that we can also share this feeling, and that people realize it's not about funds, it's not about money. What we want to build is a house of Allah, and we want to build it, and it's not only about bricks, it's about joining the house of the Muslims towards this holy purpose. And I feel very blessed to be doing this and to be surrounded by all these amazing people. So once again, thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Dan sebenarnya waktu kita masih ada, we still have a few minutes. Dan saya mungkin ingin berikan ruang kepada rakan-rakan media yang jika ada mungkin persoalan satu dua untuk ditanyakan kepada either Brother Ibrahim or our Irfans about this campaign. Mungkin ada rakan-rakan media kita satu soalan atau dua soalan untuk diajukan. Ataupun siapa sahaja. Any question? Jika tak ada, mungkin saya berikan ruang kepada ikon-ikon kita untuk berikan sedikit conclusion untuk perkongsian pada malam ini. Mungkin Puan Irma?
Mungkin informasi kita dah cukup padat, insyaAllah. Ataupun mungkin boleh personally di depan sini. Tapi saya nak ucap juga terima kasih kepada media yang hadir. Pastinya dekat depan ni TV Al-Hijrah, Yusuf Hassan, Syabab, Abang Kermaman, kemudian kita ada wakil daripada Metro, Kak Akuma kat belakang, dan juga tadi ada TV3 juga. Terima kasih banyak sebab support kami. Dan pastinya ni semua pahala ni kan, kita datang ni pun pahala juga, dan pahala ini akan mengiringi kita walaupun selepas kematian kita, sebab ini adalah pahala sedekah. Subhanallah, Islam lebih mudah kan. Jadi terima kasih lagi sekali. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Dan kata-kata daripada Allah, insyaAllah.
Sama, terima kasih kepada semua. Saya rasa bertuah sangat dapat bersama dengan anda semua hari ini, sebab seperti saya cakap tadi, kita adalah orang luar, saya orang luar, tapi tak rasa macam orang luar. Rasa diterima, dikasihi, disayangi. Alhamdulillah, insyaAllah. Semoga pertemuan kita ini, sedekat ini, kita akan jumpa sama juga nanti di Jannah, insyaAllah. Amin ya rabbal alamin. Jadi kami sangat mengharapkan sokongan anda semua dari segi doa, dari segi sharing dekat Instagram. Kalau apa kita post ke, kalau kita akan mulakan kita punya YouTube videos, insyaAllah mulai minggu depan, next week. The first video will be posted on the 8th of May, every Monday. There will be 20 episodes, so feel free, enjoy the videos, inshallah. And also we'll be posting stuff on our Instagram, so follow me Elfaeza on my Instagram, Irma Hasmie, Faizal Tahir, Oki Setia, Nadewi, Dewi Sandra, Farah Fauzana, walaupun dia icon lama, and all of us. And you know, we think that by sharing or by reposting one person's post, it's like something that's insignificant, but you know, when we keep just posting and posting all the time, it becomes trending, and then people will see it more and explore it, and people will know about it more. People will be like questioning, what's this about? You know, what's this style of Seville that people keep talking about, keep hashtagging about? So that's where we want the whole world. Right now we have Singapore, Indonesia, Malaysia working on this, but our mission, our main aim is to get the whole world knowing about our campaign, and the whole world coming together as one, building this mosque, inshallah. Wouldn't that be a very powerful, beautiful thing? A mosque that is built by everyone in this world. So that's what we want, and that's why he said that it's a mosque not for just people in Spain, but for people everywhere around the world. So inshallah, keep our prayers, especially in this Ramadan, month of Ramadan that's coming, where most of our prayers will be taken straight to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, inshallah. So, and I wish the best for all of you as well. Salam sayang dari saya. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And thanks again to our brother Ibrahim, Irma, Hasmie for sharing session tonight. Tamu tadi pun alhamdulillah nampak ramai yang menyumbang. Kalau ada yang terlupa bawa duit malam ni, boleh dapatkan more information just www.timeforseville.com or www.ukhuwahforummah.org. There are many information, pictures about this campaign. Inshallah, we pray to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Hopefully this campaign will get full support from Muslims around the world, inshallah. And I think that's all for tonight. Thank you for all for coming here, and of course especially thanks to our organizer, Ukhuwah for Ummah. And inshallah until we meet again, wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh.